A few weeks ago, I bought a vintage lens. It's a Canon 50mm 1.2. I bought it together with an analog camera, the Canon A1, but I also bought an adapter from Urth, which allows me to use this vintage lens from the 80s with my Sony A7iii. So that is what I'm gonna do today, and I'm gonna not do photos, I'm gonna practice using it for video to see if perhaps this is something I can use to get a cool look for some wedding videos or things like that. So I'm gonna try this out. The only bad thing is that I don't have an ND filter for this lens. I was hoping, because it is a bit darker today, it's not full sun, it's actually very cloudy, so I was thinking that it could work, but I'm noticing here by the sea it's still very bright. So I might have to use a higher shutter speed than I would usually want to use. But yeah, I'm just gonna try it out. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna just walk around this area here and create a very cinematic B-roll sequence with some cool music. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do now. So there's some kind of sailing competition going on out there, I think. But yeah, let's go down to the water and get some. Where do we get down? Here, you think? Climb down here. It's actually not as cold as it looks like with this coat. I'm gonna take it off. It is March and it's been quite bad weather for a while, but it's not that cold. This might be too cold though. I want to get like a close-up of water. Another thing is that it's a manual focus, and that also makes it a bit more difficult, and it's good to practice because that's also good to know to be able to do with a normal lens, because sometimes you're in situations where you need to use manual focus. I just feel like this light, the grayness, also doesn't help for inspiration for me, because when living here is so used to like it's always looking perfect, and when it's looking like this it's like, but that's the challenge. The challenge is to make this look beautiful. So usually when I shoot, I have something in mind. I know what I'm shooting, I know what it's for, but right now I have no idea because I'm just trying out the camera. But I would still like it to be, you know, I would still like to tell some kind of story, but I have no idea what that is today. Don't know what to do with this. But I also brought the analog camera, and I'm trying to make Andy behind the camera here. Yeah, maybe he wants to be on camera. Maybe I can try out the that camera. Yeah, let's see, because I have a Portra 160 in there. I thought that was going to be too dark or too, what do you say? Yeah, it's not going to work for today's weather, but it's still, even though it's overcast, it's very bright, right? So I think it could work, but I do want to try it with portraits, so I might force either Andy to be on camera or that he will take some photos of me. Let's see. So because I don't have an ND filter, I'm filming quite a lot in slow motion, because then I can raise the, not the ISO, the shutter speed. So that's what I'm doing now. Okay, I feel like I got him into photo mode, so now I'm gonna take out the analog camera and make him take a few portraits of me with the Portra 160 roll that is in there already. And it's, yeah, beautiful place. Really love it here. So now we're gonna change camera, and I'm actually gonna take out the analog camera. So I need to put this lens on this camera. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And put that on top of that one without dropping a lens. This is the adapter from Urth that you just put on. It's very simple, like that. So I'm going to take that off now, put it in here, and put the Canon lens on the Canon analog camera. There we go. After every photo, you have to pull the lever. Yep. There we go. 3, 2, 1. I think I'm gonna call it a day there. We've done some video with... Okay, don't mind him. I've shot some videos and then we took out the analog camera, but I want to try it on 1.2, but I think it's still too bright even though it's overcast. So I think I need to try that in a place where it's more shadow. So yeah, I'm not going to shoot anymore, waste more film on that, and I just want to get home now and try to edit something together. I am back home now trying to edit, and I tried to make this into some kind of story, as I said before, but I tried to record a voiceover, but it was just so cringy, so I just took it out and I just put some sort of moody music on top of it. It's just a few shots to show like the lens, so hopefully that's interesting to see, but I do want to go out and try that lens more, both shooting video with my Sony A7iii, but also taking photos, of course. So I'm just going to stop talking and show you the result. It's not anything special, but it's just interesting to see yeah, what you can do with a vintage lens, I guess. So I hope you will enjoy anyway. Thank you so much for watching.